Good morning. As I was saying in my last video, I was going to hopefully do a card of the day. And I had already pre-shuffled and cut the cards. I do not, however, shuffle them like a regular playing deck because to me that bends them. So that being said, let me find. We got the Four of Pentacles, Chariot. There we go. Then I found Michael Cooper, a human that was turned to neither vampire nor lichen. So, but a hybrid of the two, and everything changed. Four of Pentacles. Here we go. It says, a well-dressed merchant holds four pentacles tightly to his chest. The four pentacles can indicate being focused upon goals and financial matters at this time, and being prepared to work hard to attend them. However, having worked hard to achieve some form of financial stability, there may now be a fear of loss. And this can lead to feeling the need to hold on to everything a bit too tightly. There's nothing wrong with working hard for one's money or in being careful with one's resources, so long as it doesn't become a preoccupation. This card briefly appears when there is an element of being overly cautious or hanging back. Let's see here. Emotionally, and may indicate that you need to let go a little in order to move the situation forward. Taking a calculated risk. Negative aspects, it can indicate someone who has miserly disposition or does not feel inclined to share. And that is the card of the day. My face is fully again. Good grief. So, that being said, it is basically saying that it is. Please know that you cannot help them or yourself. The shocking discovery. Okay, to take calculated risk. To not let that, I guess you would say, overwhelming feeling of losing everything control you. And thus, just doing, I guess, since the Pentacles deal with money, I would think that it's basically saying, budget, write down how much you're going to need for this and this and that, and put money back, and spend money wisely. Don't be too stingy, and don't get caught up in the fear of losing stuff. To me, that's what that's saying. So that kind of goes in hand with what I'm dealing with, because my main overwhelming feeling is not being able to afford, the rent, not be able to afford food, not to be able to put money back. Granted, I got a $400 check that I need to cash, but I also was hoping to put that back. I'm probably going to be looking into hopefully finding another hotel room that is not as bad. And where I can be able to save money to get a place. I do need to mail off my HUD information to the one in Amarillo. So hopefully I can get on HUD. And though I don't I am so, I guess, independent now that it's hard to accept help for me, because to me, I was like, if I can't afford it, then I don't need it. But with rent being so high and me only making so much a week, I need all the help I can get. And I don't know how, I can't say this enough. I am so grateful for my sister-in-law, because right now I can't afford me and my daughter right now. As much as I would love to have her with me right now, she would be suffering, and there would be no way I could afford the diapers and, daycare and all this stuff. So I just feel like right now the best place for her is with my sister-in-law. And don't get me wrong, I miss my daughter tremendously. And every day is a struggle to break down and cry and just feel the loss. And or feel defeated. Because that is very much in my foremind, is like feeling just that defeatedness. It's like at times I catch myself thinking, okay, I know I have come this far, but I feel like I haven't gone far enough. And it's so overwhelming, and it's so hard. And I don't want to cry. And right now I'm like holding my tears in and that emotion to just let go and cry, because she's not here with me. But I can't be selfish. And I gotta be strong for her, so it's like, and I gotta think positive. It's so hard for me to think positive. And everyone's like, you have gone so far and you've done so good. And I'm like, I feel like good enough is not enough. And I feel like I'm failing. And I hate these emotions. And I hate feeling like I'd have to cry. Because I grew up with my Nana saying, you got to be the strong one. When I was 14 years old and I lost my grandfather, I had to be the glue that held my family together at the time of loss. And I didn't get that chance to really mourn him when I was younger until like years later. And my family started talking about my papa, and I couldn't do it anymore. And that's when I turned to the craft. And I found my belief in my faith. Because I always knew deep down that I didn't believe the way the Christians believed. I believed in spirits. I believed, there has to be something out there. And I always turned to the moon. And the moon was my solace. The moon was there. And I hate to say this more than my mom or my dad was there. I grew up with my grandparents. And the loss was so real because my papa was my world. And I said, I'm not going to cry, and here I am. And then in 2012, I lost another great man. And I was shattered because I did not have that support that I needed. I needed my family to be with me and be there for me in this great loss. And my mom never came to the funeral. My sister never came to the funeral. My dad was in jail. They didn't let him out. So it was just me. And though my aunts were very much there for me, they were going through the loss too. And I was so bitter towards my mom and my sister and the excuses that were there. And I was like, you could have put down your hate and fear to be there, because that is what my papa wanted. And it was a great disappointment for me. And it hurt tremendously to be the only one of my dad's family that was there. I was so angry with my dad, and I was so angry with my mom and my sister, and mostly them, because my sister drives every day in Amarillo, even though she's had too many wrecks to count in my whole hand, and it never stopped her before. So why should this wreck that she got into be any different? Why couldn't she drive to be there? And I didn't understand, and until this day, I don't understand it. And I am very disappointed in them. And it's like, you needed to be there, because my grandfather loved all of his grandkids and all the family. And the fact that they was not there was hurtful. And I couldn't deal with it. I felt like it was childishness. I felt like they let down my grandfather. And that was just a major issue.
In the Black Forest, everyone has to harvest the gummy crop, except Ulrich.
And my dad being in jail and whatnot, and that was even worse. I was so angry with him.
Our new
Our relationship is,
will get you the readiest.
I don't ever think it will be ever the same between me and my dad. I think there will always be that distance. I will talk to him about things,
Talk to it. This is Nick.
and
$220 saved.
but there will not ever be that closeness. There won't be. And with my mom and my sister, there will never be a relationship between us three. I know that. I have come to accept that as a reality. It is a hard reality, because there are times that I've needed my mom, and I know that
Hello there. Do we go crunchy cool or
I can't run to her when I want.
I know. One for me and one for you.
So it's just me.
Sandwich. Lay's. Make life flavorful.
It's just me. I will not ever have the acceptance and hear my mom say how proud she is of me. And it hurts. It hurts really bad. It is what it is, and I've got to just accept it. And when the time comes and the God is forbid of her passing, and my sister's going to need me there, I'm going to be like, where were you? Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when Papa died? And I needed that support. It's like, you might not have been close to him, but I was. And you're expecting me to be there for you. You pushed me away by not showing your love, by just being hateful and vague, and I'll be like, I can't be there for you, because it doesn't work that way. You can't just want me to be there for you when it is convenient for you, and you never be there for me. It don't work that way. It don't. And I think that my mom and my sister need to grow up. My mom, she's in, I think, her 60s, and my sister is 40 and lives with mommy, and she doesn't have a care in the world. And, and here I am struggling. I am not depending on anybody. And I work. I'm trying to get my daughter back. I'm holding my own. Not once have I asked for anything from my family, because I don't want that hanging over my head. Oh, well, we did this for you. Okay, well, that's fine and dandy. But guess what? I don't want that. And to know that they're not proud of me because I am doing it by myself. I'm not asking to live with mommy or daddy, or, it's just me. I don't have a guy to, help with my daughter. I feel like, yeah, it's not gonna work with me and my mom and sister. Have I forgiven them? I want to say I have, but I can't honestly say that. I still hold bitterness in, and is that good for me? No, it's not good for me. It's only been, see, 2012, he passed away after Thanksgiving. So 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, about 7 years.
Whoever it is, they couldn't have made it very far.
But they can't accept me for who I am. The fact that I am a witch. That I don't believe in their beliefs, and that I did not follow in their footsteps. I didn't do what they wanted me to do. I went my own way. Yeah, I have made mistakes in my past, and I'm not very happy that I did. But I cannot dwell on that and be like, no. It's just, I made mistakes. I own up to my mistakes. I screwed up, but I am not perfect. And nobody is perfect, and no one is above anybody else. So,
This is a priority investigation. We need you over there ASAP. We're on our way.
that's just the thing.
Hey, let's go. Johnson, to the lead.
You either accept me for who I am and you love me for who I am and not try to change me, or, I have nothing to do with you because I don't need the negativeness in my life. I am dealing with enough stuff as it is. So,
Yes.
but I am proud of myself, and I don't need my mom or my sister's approval or them saying how proud they are, because I know that, that is just how it's going to be, and I gotta be proud of myself because I have come so far by myself, without a man, without my parents, without my sister, and yeah, I might have a long road to get my daughter back, but in the long run, I will do it by myself. Because that is just me. I'm independent. I am strong. I am determined. And this is just another learning experience. This is another stepping stone, another hurdle to go to fly past. And once I get my daughter back, no holds bar, I'm out, and I am going to make things better for me and her both. The sooner I put Texas behind me, the sooner I'll be happy, and I won't have to worry about it.
What we reported to?
That is what's going on, and like I said, I promised I would do a card of the day, which is kind of befitting for what's going on in my day-to-day life right now. And I just got to leave it in the universe's hands and say, okay, I know I am going to make it. I have made it this far, and I gotta be strong. So, I guess message of the day is basically hold your head up high and
We were using your DNA to try to find a cure
be
to prevent another outbreak.
be true to yourself.
Why? Subject choose restricted
Quote that
information.
keeps running through my
I don't
mind
have the clearance.
through all this is to thy own self be true. Let things go with the flow. Don't fight it. Don't fight the currents of life. Just go with the flow.
Whatever you're close to each other.
And
You can see through each other's eyes.
learn to be
I'm the one who let you go.
you. Be true to yourself. And everything will fall in place. It has for me this far. Once I realized what I needed to do and where my place is right now, things might be hard, but in the end, in the long run, it is going to be all worth it because I'll have her in my arms for good, and it will be just the way it was before. Me and her. That is it. But I am going to get off here, and I shall talk to y'all later. I'll try to have another segment of haunted places tomorrow. And God is blessed. Love y'all, each and every one. If you like this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notified when there's another video. Bye.